We found a Monokuma in pieces. And we were heading up to check on the headmaster's office, I think. This is hard to play with one hand.
Let's go.
This is where we expose every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? I'm not ready. I need an adult. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, as expected. So, what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious? We're gonna tear this door off its hinges. What? But the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there...
So, in other words...
Then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but...
What?
We've come this far. We can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do. So we have to do it. So beautiful.
I mean...
For serious?
What the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
Actually...
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Oh, what about that one thing? The thing in the tool shed.
Oh, so then...
Oh yeah, the pickaxe!
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear now.
Okay. Go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. That's straight up unreasonable. I by myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Come here, sweetie. Take too long, and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable! Come here, honey. With that, Toko ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey.
For serious, though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. Nah. He's right. Can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. What are you doing? Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Come here, sweetie. You fell asleep again. And probably throw up on my shirt a little, but that's fine. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all flubbust. Wait, hold on. Alright. It was really hot and I could not figure out why. I'm all flabust. No, I'm totally flapstaff. Fap sauce. What? Gross. Where'd that come from? Wait, Jill, where'd you come from?
You called for me, and so I appeared.
Hello, hello. It's the wondiferous, murderous fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile. She's actually kind of cute when she shuts her mouth, tongue and all.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile, the pickaxe. Seeping imbecile. Oh, master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Bourgeois! Here comes the bloody nose. Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes.
Ah, the light bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. One more mystery. Yep.
Have you reached that certain age?
Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
you've gotta be kidding.
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What? What did you find? Corpus.
You SOB!
Oh. Corpse. Did you hear me? I said corpse. A corpse?
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden.
What did you
Well
say?
then, before we head to the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come
A
on.
body. We're going to the garden. Okay. Hope it's not Kyoko. It'd be really weird and disappointing if she just died on the side. As soon as we entered the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... Oh, hello. I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. And there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the... are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? Ronpa.
Probably gonna shop together
Hello, gays.
on Monday. I can.
Hello. Just wanted to say hi. I'm in the stream right now, so. Just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told ya, there's a corpse hanging out here. Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. We need to find out who this actually is. But there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that, so take the mask off. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. How can you tell?
Well,
I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be. Okay then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. But by the time he called it out, it was already too late for what? Toko's hand shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant, the fuck? There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, 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 it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then,
Come on.
hurry up. Put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. Great. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded.
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body. It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we going to find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? What? If we consider who's not here, that will narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? And that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko.
But
I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. What? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? That corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
what the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? So, which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair?
Huh?
Makoro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
What?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mikuro Ikusaba.
Oh my god.
16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school.
This is the 5th time.
One may call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Sounded like Kyoko thinks Makoro Ikusaba is the mastermind. The headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair. It sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Makoro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense to just suddenly show up and then die. I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she totally got blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. She survived. Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Okay, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. Oh, this girl's got issues. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. I'm sorry, I can't focus on the mask or the knife. We should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. No, she's charcoal. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. Poke, 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 poke. I'm not Kyoko after all. Hold on. There's something on the ground here. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. There's a key shaped like Monokuma. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. But
I see.
that key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other
the
words,
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? Great. Thought I was examining a body. Alright, whatever. Let's start with the biolab. Definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. The key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. I'm sure it goes to the data center. It looks like a data center key. This... Oh, this is the office. And... the key won't go in. Data lab. Click. Unlock the data center. Go into the data center, you dingus. So you're back. How did it go? Found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now.
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? Suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now. Don't worry. We have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's a lie. You're a piece of human butt. In we go. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door, and then I died. Nothing. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh! In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
what?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. And they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is
It's all clear.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here, watching us. Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusada, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that...
But
If the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
how about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on!
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered.
But
Why has it got to be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind.
I'm telling you.
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Alright, start with Monokuma door. Door's kind of creepy. Got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck! The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about it. That door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. He is right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. I'm gonna respectfully disagree. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. That's a map of the world. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. What? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? That was gross. Camera. No. No, we already did that. What have you got to say, Biakakak? Hey, look next to that TV. Is that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
Oh, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. That reference is way too old for people playing this game. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about?
You know?
Oh! What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. Oh, you guys need to cut free from your regrets to the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. What? What? This is... It's the feed coming from their surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel?
uh,
Good idea. Let's give that a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. What the fuck? A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Hmm?
what?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be friggin' stupid.
What?
You're acting kinda strange. Something seems different.
of course.
I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see the moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the one who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope. And begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going. No. We were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here. Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Whew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. Guess I'll just get to the point now. The point.
Hey.
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here. I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Oh, look how attentive they are now. Well, then I'm going to let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. What? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
Ugh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Kills, chills, kills.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme.
That again.
So.
Excuse you?
Huh?
I said excuse you?
Oh yeah.
That's all. doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast. No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I've found in hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. I'm broken. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they would have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? What?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you'll all need to do first, remember? What? Yeah, duh, there's this little business of...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Great. What? Class trial? Do you mean... Not reading that.
It's the Monokuma file.
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. Again. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mikuru Ikasaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means the mastermind, Mikuru Ikasaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I didn't get to sleep with her or anything. I don't even know who she is. What's under those gloves? What's under those boots? To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe it, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Invest-A-Gut. Ooh, look at that. Rock out. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed with a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. I'm sorry, what? So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... No. I have no choice. Time to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. Can we have a metal version of the investigation music? Because I like that music as it is. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Monokuma bullet. Yeah. Metal as fuck.
Metal as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to know what I need to do what I always do. Get some Scooby snacks and figure this shit out. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure. I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. Hey look, it's my knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said that the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. Wait, is the body actually wearing the jacket, or is it just draped over them? And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I... Huh. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. My knife. If I check the body more thoroughly, then maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. What? Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make the whole thing out, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. Barf! I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. It's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis. I mean, step away from the dead body. Wait, but the sprinkler system. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Okay. Chickens in the coop. There's a chicken missing.
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were in there? Of course. There were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? Buck. It's only 4 chickens here now. Buck, buck-cuck.
Hi.
Buck? Who stole a chicken, Colin? Exactly. We're one short. He's really upset about that chicken.
But
I was just down here before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens. Oh. The Monokuma flower, huh? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Maybe it is related to the case. Into the tool shed we go. Hiccups. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Hello. Is this a tarp? Was there a tarp here before? I should look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet, covered with mud and grime, but the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty, so something about that bothers me. Tarp. Tarp is the new shelf. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Not the JoJo's references. Thoughts, Biakak? Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? You're so mean. I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it? What's night got to do with it?
naturally.
What's night but a time of the day? Yeah, that rolls off the tongue. Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Fuck! Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullets. Hina, say something nice about me. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask with a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having a talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. The body before the explosion. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about how when we first found the body, when the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Oh, this music's got me fired up. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. That fragment I found before, there's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I need to find Kyoko. Is that corpse really her? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. With the key to her room,
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Big Cucky. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Alright, then in the meantime, let's go to the gym jam. Oh hey, Monokuma's still on the floor. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
It just found something. What is it? It's a bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried on after him on our way to the dorms. Open the door, you cuck. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Huh. So this is Kyoko's room. And that is what? There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a
possible.
key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Dojo? Woodblock key. So can we go to the dojo now, you butt fucker?
What?
Just thought we might find some kind of clue.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Let's get digging. Start digging! But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything. Undies. As I lifted up the sheets. What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba, sex F. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Fenrir's a dog. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Oh, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you. What have you got in your pretty little hand there? You found her profile. So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. Can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hallway back then, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16. Then... Oh my god, shut up! The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusawa. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings! And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
yes, indeed.
Makes sense.
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Oh. What? Okay. Now that's all you get. Monokuma's account. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars. So on the back of her hand, the tattoo... Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse... Are you thinking about Kyoko again? What?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear, so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. But no. That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Makoro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Makoro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? It's a good point.
So, in other words,
Makoro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Makoro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap? They want us to suspect Makoro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Makoro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, back to the medal. Our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Are you coming? There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on the locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Alright, relax. Maybe there's another body inside. Took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. It's full of arrows. 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bullets. Oh. Wait. Okay, carry on. There's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Quack. I think that's all the locker this locker has to offer now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makuro was a part of? How are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research? You talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Books! Books! I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. So am I clicking on you and your file? Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. just like Fenrir, the wolf Ragnarok. Their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. Unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro's profile has been updated? Bing bong. Are you bored now?
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
If I must. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Whoa. Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. Are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting, or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait. You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. What?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I have been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? We all agree it's a violation. I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! You're still alive! Oh, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die.
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. What? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor.
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late?
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Okay.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that is all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Okay, yeah. Why is there cricket chirping coming out of the game? That's really irritating. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's been 3 days. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Kills! Kills! Kills!
So the curtain opened for the 5th time. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, we're gonna call it there, because I'm not gonna stay up all night and do another trial. And I think we're at the best point in the game.